All right, what is going on, guys? SteelTwins back at you with another Pittsburgh Steelers 2022 NFL Mock Draft 2.0 this time.
Another pre-free agency edition, but also a pre-combine edition, as the combine is going to be occurring at the end of the week, so I thought we'd get one out before the combine. And let's just get right into it with the 20th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Kenyon Green, offensive lineman out of Texas A&M. And the reason why I call him an offensive lineman and not specifically a guard or tackle is because this guy is the definition of versatility. He played 4 different spots last year at Texas A&M and produced at a great level on each spot. Left tackle, left guard, right tackle. You can put this guy anywhere on the field and he'll produce. However, I honestly think this guy is a guard at the next level, and he would be more so like an emergency tackle if need be. But because of the fact he's from Texas A&M, I'd put him at left guard, move Dotson to right, and pair him right beside a Texas A&M alumni and Dan Moore. And I think you could revision and rebuild a young offensive line with 2 core guys right there, because I think Dan Moore will lock down left tackle, and you bring in Green, who could be the best offensive lineman on the board at 20, depending on who's all there. But if he's there, it's hard to pass on just due to the chemistry with Moore. His versatility, which the Steelers absolutely adore. And he didn't miss any football action at the college level. He was incredibly reliable, incredibly consistent in playing each game at the college level. So you know this guy has high dependability. And that's what you want in an offensive lineman. And he has all the tools I think the Steelers are looking for and the next guard for their team, honestly.
And what the Steelers looking to revamp the offensive line, not completely, but to fix some serious holes, to which guard is obviously one of them. And if Kenyon Green were to be there at pick 20, the guy would be an immediate day one starter at left guard, in my honest opinion.
Now, in the second round, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Nicholas Petit-Frere, offensive tackle out of the Ohio State. Another guy that has position versatility on the offensive line because he started all games at right tackle in 2020 and then eventually switched to left tackle last year. Now, in my opinion, he's better on the right side. He's more comfortable. He's more natural. It just shows on tape. Now, he did hold his own pretty decently at left tackle last year, but obviously we have left tackle locked down. Thus, we can move Frere to right tackle, whether he can battle with a veteran we could bring in, or maybe we do resign Chucks. Maybe we bring him in as extra depth or a position battle there.
Oh, guy at right tackle or left tackle, whatever, you can definitely put him on either side. He can definitely work there as depth at first, because I don't think he's going to be an immediate starter. But that's the good thing about it. He can he can start off as depth and work his way up into the starting lineup. Surely within probably his early career in the NFL.
Totally,
in my opinion.
And one thing I like about Frere is he is incredibly athletic for his size, man. And that's what you need in a tackle at the next level nowadays. And that's something Frere obviously holds. He has really good athleticism, hand placement. He's got a mean streak to him. I really like Frere a lot. Whether he's there in the second round, I don't know, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But if he is, really hard to pass on a guy when you're trying to rebuild the offensive line.
Now, with the third selection in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Chad Muma, linebacker out of Wyoming.
This guy is overall one of my favorite players in this upcoming draft class. I think he's one of the top linebackers in a stacked linebacker core, but immediately one of my favorites. When you watch this guy, you see an old school football player. You see a natural football player.
And if you ask me, I see a lot of Logan Wilson, to which I do believe Wilson did come from Wyoming. I think he was teammates with Chad Muma.
They paired together for a little bit before Wilson got drafted by the Bengals.
And he's been a hell of a player, a hell of an inside linebacker for the Bengals.
And Muma, man, this guy has all the tools. First of all, he's 6'2", 6'3", 245. I can't remember the last time we had a linebacker of that size, to be real with you.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
But Muma, he has all the tools. He's got speed. He used to play safety. His previous position before moving down to linebacker used to be safety, so he's got coverage ability. He is an absolute monster in the rushing attack. This guy, this is a guy that will absolutely fill the gaps and shoot the lanes. Is so aggressive. He's so intelligent. He's always watching with his eyes. His instincts are top-notch. When you watch Mooma, man, this guy has all the tools to be a great linebacker in this league. And there in the third round to pair him right with Bush, which obviously linebacker is a big need, man. I think Mooma has the tools to be a top linebacker in this league.
Oh, without a doubt, brother. Speed, physicality, coverage ability, great run stop ability, to which the Steelers do need to fix with the run stopping on defense.
And this guy can also blitz. Dude has a lot of tools to be success at the next level.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Now, with the fourth round, we're going to get a fourth-round comp. It hasn't been announced, but we're anticipating a fourth-round comp for Bud Dupree. And with that comp pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Sky Moore, wide receiver out of Western Michigan. Wide receiver is going to have to be a position the Steelers will fill because we don't know the future of Washington or Ray or Juju. I think we can all anticipate one or two of those guys leaving for sure, but that's going to leave a gap at receiver. They could pick someone up in free agency, but again, this is a pre-free agency, pre-combine edition, so thus we go wide receiver a little earlier now. Day 3 guy, early day 3 with Sky Moore, a guy that is actually from Pittsburgh, and I saw this on Twitter, and I absolutely think this is going to be one of the reasons why Tomlin and company are going to have a lot of eyes on Sky Moore. Outside the fact he's also a MAC receiver, and the Steelers adore their MAC guys. Sky Moore grew up in Pittsburgh, went to school in Pittsburgh. He was recruited as a DB, but in high school, he was the quarterback. The same school, the same football team that Mike Tomlin's son also attended.
So Sky Moore was the quarterback, and he was throwing to Tomlin's kid. So you know, at some point, for sure, Tomlin was looking at this guy.
I think there's a lot of evidence to prove that Tomlin will have his eyes on Sky Moore. The fact he has connections with Pittsburgh and connections with his kid from high school. Obviously, he's a MAC guy. And Sky Moore, man, it's crazy because, like I said, he was recruited as a cornerback, right? He's only played receiver for 3 years.
Yeah, when he first got recruited to Western Michigan, he was transferred to wide receiver, to which he never played before. But ever since he switched to wide receiver and he's played for Western Michigan for the Broncos, he's been a hell of a weapon for them.
His development is incredible for someone that has only played the position for 3 years and about to head into the next level.
And he's got the typical size that the Steelers like in their wide receivers. He's 5'10", about 190 pounds, but he's a speedster. He's got great route running ability. I honestly say I feel like he's one of the best route runners in this upcoming draft.
Without a doubt. He can create separation at an incredible level already. He's got yak ability, speed.
Good hands. And if you ask me, if he were to be drafted by the Steelers, a team that is very, very good at drafting wide receivers, that everybody knows can draft wide receivers like it's nothing, no pun intended, I think the sky's the limit for this guy. I really do.
Totally. I think the Steelers are going to have an eye on this guy for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes a little earlier just based on that fact. But we have him in the 4th round with the comp pick. I think him being a receiver for only 3 years and the MAC connection and the Tomlin connection, I think the Steelers are going to have their eye on this guy for sure.
And the true upside this guy has, without a doubt.
Now in the 6th round, we get a 6th round pick because we traded Melvin Ingram to the Chiefs for the 6th rounder. So we're going to put that in again. That should count. And with that 6th round pick we got via Kansas City, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Monteric Brown, cornerback out of Arkansas.
A.K.A. Monteric Busta Brown.
That is his nickname, Busta, which is actually a really cool football nickname, honestly. And I can get used to that. This is a guy that is 6 foot, 190. He can play outside, also in the slot. And this is a guy that started the last 3 years in Arkansas and showed consistent progression year by year.
Yeah, he's one of the key guys on that Arkansas defense. Definitely a big contributing factor to that defense.
Or to their success overall last year.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. The guy, I feel like, has some decent upside to him, but the guy can start as decent depth. That can work outside if need be, but due to his limitations, I guess, due to his size, since he's a little bit skinny, maybe we put him down into the slot possession, to which I'm fine with that.
That is something we could explore, but he would be depth initially, a possible development, but obviously could see time on special teams. Now, in the 7th round, the Steelers have 2 7th-round picks, and with the first one, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Isaiah Pola-Mao, defensive back out of USC.
Now, everybody should know who this guy is, especially Steelers fans, since
if this name rings a bell, it should to Steelers fans because
he is the nephew to Steelers Hall of Famer Troy Polamalu.
And is that partially the reason why he's in this mock? Yes.
Of course. But
Isaiah Pola-Mao, though, he is his own character. He's his own football player. This isn't going to be like another TJ Watt thing where oh, we only selected TJ because that's JJ's brother. And now it's apparent that JJ is more so TJ's brother at this point. If I'm going to be 1,000% real with you. Isaiah Pola-Mao has all the tools to be a great dime player and great safety depth and a great special teams ace on this team.
And the guy's got great size for safety. He's 6'4", about 205 pounds. The guy is very quick for his size, too. Like, when you see him play on the field, he is very quick. He has very good range when he's in coverage. The guy's a surefire tackler, very good at stop and run, and would be exceptional and very good depth at safety and on special teams.
For sure, and I think we could see some time with him as a dime guy in sub packages, maybe in the slot. This guy can play all over the field, and you know the Steelers love their versatility in their DBs, and that's what Pola-Mao, that's one of his greatest upsides.
And that bloodline connection, too. You know the Steelers like it. They've drafted a lot of people with NFL bloodlines to them in the past couple drafts. So this guy could very well be another pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I would absolutely be all in with it.
Now, at the final pick in this mock, the second, 7th round pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Neil Farrell Jr., interior defensive lineman out of LSU. This is a guy that has seen a lot of time, his earlier days in LSU as a rotational guy, and last year he finally saw consistent time as a starter. He saw some time as a starter years prior, but this past year was his full first year as a complete starter, and through the years, man, through the rotations, he just kept showing progression, and this dude is absolute monster. And in the rushing attack, he even has a good bull rush move and can offer upside in the pass rush. This guy would add really good upside and more defensive line depth behind Hayward, to it, if not Wormley, Loudermilk, the Davis twins. Maybe we bring Marchavis Adams back. This guy would be another great addition to an already what should be and what could be and hopefully will be a stacked defensive line.
But hey, why not stack the defensive line even more, especially the injuries that we sustained last year with how our rushing defense was. And Neil Farrell, very good when it comes to stopping the run. He's got very nice pass rushing skills as well. He is no stranger to rotations, and you know how the Steelers like to rotate their interior defensive lineman a couple times. So if you were to get some action in there, I'd be fine with that just to see and experiment how this guy can do in the NFL pro level. This guy would be very good depth, if you ask me.
And I love this guy's size. 6'4", 325. Big boy. I think he'd be another rotational piece and potential development definitely down the road for this D-line for sure. But anyway, guys, that is our second Pittsburgh Steelers mock draft pre-free agency, pre-combine edition. And we will have one more mock out next week, right before free agency hits.
But the combine is coming up. Free agency is coming up. This is around the time where the NFL offseason starts to get much more intriguing, a lot more interesting, and I can't wait. I'm excited, especially the combine, see how some of these prospects that we listed, but a bunch more, how they do in the combine, how they test out, and all the workouts that they are going to be doing at the combine. I can't wait.
Can't wait for sure, though. You know, next couple days, next couple weeks should really start hearing a lot more news around the league, and especially for our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers, which will definitely determine the future of our mock drafts. But we'll have one more out before free agency hits, and let us know your guys' thoughts in your mocks down below. See you guys in the next one.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!